John Calvin, Epistolae, episode 48. Itaque sicut mihi displacet, illius petulentia, quies elegis se infamatum fuisse quaeritur, ita in ipso, et moderationem et prudentiam vel sanitatem potius desidero. Now Calvin summarizes this portion of his letter. He says, and so, just as I did not like, mihi displacet, I did not like that guy's peevishness, petulentia, or his oversensitivity, that guy by whose elegis, he, meaning Luther, complains that he was defamed fuisse infamatum, so also in ipso, in Luther himself, both his moderation and his wisdom, and actually his sound mind, I would rather prefer that. I desire that instead. Potius desidero. So now let's look a little more closely at the grammar. And so, then we have sicut and ita, which are in parallel. Mihi displacet, it displeases me, or rather, I did not like. Displacet, this is second conjugation, displaceo, displacere, and, like its complement, placere, it takes the dative. And that's why mihi here is a masculine singular and dative. The subject is petulentia, a first declension feminine. It's a feminine singular nominative. So just like I didn't like that guy's oversensitivity, illius is masculine singular and genitive. It refers to ecolampadius. The reason it comes first is because Calvin wants to put quies at the beginning of the next clause. Isn't that nice, that parallelism? So just as I didn't like his oversensitivity, now he's going to tell us who that was. That guy by whose elegis. Now elegis, this is from elega, or perhaps elegus, and it is going to be feminine plural and ablative. The guy by whose elegies, these are small poems of abuse, he, meaning Luther, quaeritur. Now quaeritur is a third conjugation deponent verb, quaeror, quaeri, like so. Many students confuse it with the third conjugation, quaero, quaerera. It is not the same. It doesn't have any common forms. Be careful not to confuse them. So that guy by whose elegies, he complains, Luther complains, that he himself, say, infamatum fuisse, had been reproached or brought into disrepute. Now notice then we have the ablative of instrument, elegis. We have the verb quaeritur, which is introducing indirect discourse, the subject of which is se, masculine singular accusative, referring to Luther, fuisse, the infinitive from esse, and then the predicate, infamatum, in the masculine singular accusative as well. This, of course, is oratio obliqua, indirect discourse. So just as I didn't like that, ita. So in ipso being Luther, in Luther himself, I rather prefer, or I would like to see, potius desidero, three things. Et, well. I'd like to see both moderation, self-control, and wisdom. Now maybe the well here we could take as a kind of i.e., meaning, that is, to sum it up, I want to see sanitatem, Luther having some soundness of mind that he would just settle down a bit. So desidero is a first singular, present, indicative, active. Of course, this is a first conjugation verb. Desidero, desiderare, like that. Comes last, nice periodic sentence, with three accusative objects. Each of them is feminine and singular. It's feminine, singular, and accusative. Notice the order here. Moderationem. Moderationem is a third declension noun. Prudentiam is a first declension noun. Sanitatem is a third declension noun. Notice also there is alphabetical order. Moderationem, prudentiam, sanitatem. That's good style. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really loved it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.